Peace and love. Peace and love. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and then I'm gonna end the convo. But it's important because I've been trying to find a better way. Of course, I had to ask, so the source can give me a better way to explain source. So I'm gonna say a couple of things. I'm gonna go beyond that. But first off, we don't praise anything. We don't serve nothing. Source. It's one thing to understand source. Understand that source expanded itself, and you are the expansion. And you are source. Literally, everything in source is you. Everything that even the bugs and animals, despite of what they told you, has source in it. The thing is that we were supposed to be the guardians, the one that makes sure everybody did good. This is a prison. Make no doubt about it. Yes, it's gone not to be a prison anymore because we get rid of domes. This all done. It's done. But you have to realize too that this is not real. These bodies aren't real. Why am I saying that? Because the enemies they are scared of you. And you get scared, desperate things, desperate stuff. So you need to understand, first and foremost, that this body is not really you. That this is all an illusion and a prison. Your body's more like a prison. Despite of the fact that you have 999 abilities, all people, despite of the fact that we can do things they can't do, it's still a prison. You were supposed to be the wardens of this prison, and somebody flipped the script on you. However, the goal was for you to get out the prison. You shouldn't want to come back here, and especially not in the body. You know, with the interruptions going on and stuff, it's not. You need to have no attachments. When I say that, like, it's one thing to have somebody, to have family, love your family. But when you leave, you need to be thinking about leaving. Nothing else. There's no reason for you to come back here. And get in a soul trap into another prison. The other thing is that I still see a lot of our people stuck in. Now, there are ones who are stuck in church, but a lot of people stuck in these camps. And stuck in camp, ones who ain't stuck in camp, still stuck in camp, mind religion. The Israelite, or as like they say, Hebrew, and all that stuff, you understand that is a religion. You just got to understand, it's simple. You are. We are. We exist simply because we exist. We're energy. We're energy, bro. Spirit is energy. We can't be created. The source is spirit, which is energy. Can't be created. Our ancestors called it the all-knowing great spirit. That spirit's in you because you are that. And all you gotta do is be quiet and have silence, and you get all your answers. Because everything's inside of you. The other thing is that I really want y'all to understand if something expanded itself and it knows that it is, and it knows by expanding itself, which is an extension of oneself, means that you are because it is. It decided to do that. The other thing you got to also realize is this. If something I'm going to use y'all words. If something is God, why the heck would it need your praise? Why would it need you to acknowledge the fact that it's God? It doesn't make sense. And if you know you God, why do you need somebody to tell you God or acknowledge that you God unless you're not God? Acknowledgement as far as a praise would symbol somebody who knows they not a God but wants to be a God. So I can only say to you, the only so-called God that's looking for praise is the one that knows he's not the real God. So if you were still Most High this and all these names, you haven't really gotten it yet. Because you got to understand that we are, you are. The source is in you, and the source is you. Better the he that is in me. It's not a he or she that is in you, it's just the source. And because the source extended itself, which is the spirit is energy, and you are that energy, right? That got expanded, that makes you source. It makes you source, and it makes source you. And in fact, it makes you and source one and the same. Because source is in you, but you sit on your throne, which is supposed to be the perineal gland, right? So if that's the case, and you ask questions or you think a question, when you speak out loud, your voice is different inside your head than it is out your mouth, because the body is not you. You're just commanding it. So you have to understand that this isn't real. You're the thing inside this body. You're the thing inside the body. When you breathing, they say air. No, you actually breathe in knowledge. That's why yoga and meditation is good, because you're actually breathing in knowledge. You don't gain knowledge, you already have it. Everybody's the same smart. It's just who decides to listen or seek, who decides to hear, to be guided by the source, by understanding, as some like to say, that's just your higher self, because we're multidimensional beings. See, the fact is that we're everywhere, but we're nowhere. We see all, but can't be seen. We are spirit. We are one with source. The source is one with us. So you don't need to be praying to anything when everything's in you. You can literally speak and think things into existence. Set it and forget it and watch it happens. On a collective, if we want, we can make sure that these nations and whatever any so-called president or anybody else so-called wants to do, we can make sure they can't do it just with our minds. We control it all. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Don't be afraid. Fear comes from the devil. Fear comes from the enemy. We have might. We know that we don't really die. And we know that we made everything. And truthfully, we will all. We're just trying to get all the rest of the rest of us. I should say it like that, because you have to understand, some of you have probably been cats, dogs, and all types of things in your life. All right? Some people. Our people, we know who we are. So we ain't going to go that route. But why would you hurt? How I can say that, man? Why hurt an ant? The ant has a spirit. The ant is an expansion, not a creation. Nothing created it. Of a spirit, a source, having all types of experiences in all types of good ways. It's because it dawns on you now when you realize, like, people that kill bugs and stuff, It actually makes you a murderer. And some of y'all be like, that's extreme. And I get it. I don't like bugs either. But if we are energy and we keep expanding ourselves to the point that there's things out there that they have no idea, haven't seen it, how far have we expanded ourselves? You should be asking. Enemies, they did stuff, so they detach from source. That's why they always try to attach to you, but hate you at the same time and try to have you have a bad time so they can suck off your energy because they have none. So for all those who still want to pray and think that there's something over you, start looking inside. Because the fact is, the only one that ever wanted praise was the one who never deserved it. Source don't need praise. When you know who you are, you ain't looking for somebody to praise you. You don't need it because you know. It's all common sense. Peace and love.